Now, a lot of people say, I am smart, I am accomplished, I have so much in me to offer to the world, and I have so many successes to be proud of, but yet I feel powerless to create the things that I deeply desire.
I really like how you mentioned about the last thought you have before you lay your head on a pillow, and or things that keeps you awake. Like to me, it's mostly about how I can be successful in the both in the short run or in the long run. And to be honest, a lot of them are about money. And I feel like that's a very manly way of thinking about things. And I'm just curious, like what's going on in your head, perhaps in terms of purpose, short term and long term.
Right. So that is a good question. One thing, according to research, they find that women nowadays are getting less happier, less healthy, and even more lonely compared to our grandmother. Why is that? Why is that? As women rise, we feel the impulse to self-actualize. One thing they find that is women, we not only want to achieve success by traditional measure, but we also want to lift everyone around us up. So women nowadays, what we're yearning for is we want to create a career that not just honors what I have achieved, but honor who I am. So I can be fully authentic and confident and feel a sense of fulfillment in what I do. And women, we want to attract an intimate relationship and a soulmate who can really meet who we are at all levels. And as women nowadays, we want to build on success, made that is already here, and to impact people on a larger scale. So, but yet, you know what? Yet, women, we feel stuck. We do feel stuck. So, if you are one of these women, according to research, they say that if you're sick of doing it alone, and you're sick of struggling, and to let yourself being supported, or you feel like there's a burning desire for you to express your gift, your talent, in ways that can make a difference in other people's life, to make an impact in the world, or you have a sense of what you are here to do, but you don't know how to do it. Now, a lot of people say, I am smart, I am accomplished, I have so much in me to offer to the world, and I have so many successes to be proud of, but yet I feel powerless to create the things that I deeply desire. And I want to tell you, if you're one of these women, this is not your fault. I have met women from across the life, from scientists, teacher, lawyer, doctors, housewife. They all feeling this frustration. They feel all this possibility in us, and yet we feel stuck. We do feel stuck. So the universe is talking to us through our longing and our discontent. Longing is like, give yourself some time. Look into your life. We have result right now. We have result right now in 4 basic areas. Your relationship, your career, your money and time freedom, and your health. Look at these 4 areas in your life right now. What would you love to have more? And what would you love to have less? So give yourself this time and to really reassess, what do you want to have more in your life? Do you want to have a more deeper, intimate relationship? Do you want to have a more vibrant, radiant health? Do you want to have more time and money freedom? Or are you just working for the money right now? Or the money is good, but you spend a lot of time working and working and working. Are you happy? So that is the most important starting point. Give us the time to assess. And then we will go from there to find your purpose and your passion.
Yeah, I feel like this a lot of this can also be applied to not only women but like the whole society. And it's an interesting idea when you think about a company that's more woman centric, because like I work in a industry where 80% of our coworkers are men, and it almost creates a like a barrier when you are the dominant sex. People have to steer their thoughts towards the dominant sex. So, for example, let's say you're a lady and you're working with like the tech industry, you might get, you might just start playing games because everyone else is playing it and talking about it off work. So, what's your thought on like in an industry where it's less woman centric? How do you make it better?
I think a lot of leaders have been talking about,
Yeah,
right?
right?
So one thing is I want to bring you back to history. Like if you really think about it, in the past, in the last 100 years, the school system is educating people based on the masculine way, right? So they embrace the masculine way of thinking. You come up with a vision, and then now what? You start planning, you start strategizing, you start using your logic thinking system. It is absolutely a fantastic system if you want to build a house. That's exactly what you have to do. You need to blueprinting it and then just go and work on it. But you know what? For women, if we are struggling in the area of love, community, belonging, and confidence, we absolutely could not build anything based on this system. We need to embrace our feminine. So I work in a law enforcement organization. So the men to female ratio is almost like 8-2. So traditionally, if I think about it, like 20 years ago when I was working in construction, I pushed myself. I'm like, I need to be stronger. I need to be more manly. I need to stop crying or show my emotion when I am having this senior management meeting so that I can get respected. But nowadays, I find that I need to embrace my feminine. So we talk about what is the feminine qualities: compassion, empathy, connected. According to research, they say that when a female was sitting in a board meeting with other men, the feminine energy will help other men bring out their feminine energy as well. Because imagine when you're in a board meeting with a lot of men, I think men are traditionally more competitive, right? A lot of police officers told me that, see, I don't cry. And one thing nowadays I tell them that is like, I want you to cry. I want you to go to the bathroom, lock the door and cry. I want you to cry. Because what happened is nowadays we see trauma at all levels. We encounter trauma on daily basis. And what happened is if we just say, nope, I'm going to tough it up, I'm not going to cry, this emotion is not going anywhere. Just because you pretend that it's not there doesn't mean that it's not there. It's stuck in your body. It's stuck in your body. And eventually, what new science has been find out is with all this negative emotion that's stuck in your body and you're not releasing it, is creating chronic illness. That is what new science has been discovered. So I think for women, or even for men, you have feminine energy too. Bring it up. Like connections, build a community for people to feel connected, especially in this time, it is so needed. Especially we just come out from the lockdown from COVID. And again, according to research, they say the trauma after COVID, right now we're just touching the tip of the iceberg. For the next 5 years, we're going to see more mental health problems rising up.